This is Audible.
Hi there, this is Mina once again, and if you have watched my previous video, you know that I am a big fan of audiobooks. I have been listening to Audible for past 3 years now, and currently they are running a sweet deal where instead of paying the regular $15 a month, you just have to pay $5 for next 3 months. So in this video I'm going to share my experience with Audible, how is it compared to a physical book, and most importantly, if you do decide to give it a try, I will share all the awesome tips and tricks that I have learned so far. Now, if you're already an Audible customer and just want to see the tips and tricks, then click on the timestamp appearing on the screen right now. However, I will highly recommend you watch the entire video. So what exactly is Audible? Well, imagine this. When you were a kid, most probably your parent would read a book to you before you go to bed, where they had read it and you would just listen. And this is exactly what audiobooks are, an audio version of a book. And Audible is an Amazon-owned company that sells those books, but they are mostly known for their subscription services. A typical audiobook costs $20 to $50, but with Audible subscription, you just have to pay $15 every month, which you can use to buy any one book from Audible, whether it's $5 or a $50 audiobook. And of course, when you buy a book from Audible, it's yours to keep for a lifetime. Even if you cancel, you still own the book. And on top of that, there is a 30% discount on all the other audiobooks. Now, $15 a month may seem a little bit expensive, especially in countries like India, where you can get the entire physical book for 1/3 of its price. So why would anyone choose Audible? And well, for one, it's fast. Most of the audiobooks are just 5 to 6 hours long, which means you can easily finish it in one big road trip or a day off from work. In fact, before making the Bitcoin video, I finished the book on Bitcoin in less than 4 hours. And second, you actually get to read the book. I mean, yes, if you're an avid reader, then you can always carry a book in your hand. But let's admit it, most of us don't have enough discipline to sit each day and finish a book. At least I'm not that guy. And in my experience, getting the Audible subscription really helps you to finish a book. Since my phone is always with me, I can start listening to a book when I am commuting or before going to bed. I don't consider myself an avid reader, but with Audible subscription, I am able to finish somewhere between 10 to 20 books in a year, which won't be possible otherwise. So if you are on board and want to give it a try, then here are some tips and tricks to get most out of Audible. Audible understands that some people cannot stay focused while listening to Audible, which is why they offer one free audiobook. If you like it, then you can continue with $15 monthly subscription. And if you don't, then you can cancel anytime. You won't be charged anything. However, what most people don't know is that there is a simple trick that will help you to get 2 audiobooks in your free trial instead of 1. Simply head over to Amazon.com and search for the book that you want to listen, like Mastery by Robert Greene in this case. And while checking out, you will notice that this book plus the another one is on the house for a new customer. Pretty cool, right? Recently I discovered the title The One Thing after reading Grubhub CTO's interview on Lifehacker. But when I tried to buy it with my one free credit, I couldn't download it due to publishing right restrictions. But thankfully, unlike Netflix, it's easy to bypass geo restrictions on Audible. On your computer, change your geolocation using the extensions like Ultrasurf or use a VPN. And now you will be able to buy that book from the Audible desktop website. And then if you refresh the Audible app, you will see it downloading. Pretty neat, I would say. Subscribing to Audible for $15 a month may seem a bit expensive, especially if you live in developing countries like India, where purchasing parity is quite low compared to West. So if you're thinking about cancelling your subscription, Audible, like most other subscription service, will try to retain you with a discounted plan, like 50% off for next 3 months. Although it goes without saying that it only works once per user, and who knows, Audible might change their policy in future. You would be surprised to know that Audible also offers a secret silver plan, which costs $15 every 2 months instead of 1, meaning you get 6 credit instead of 12. For some strange reasons, Audible doesn't advertise this on their website, but if you're comfortable with 6 credit instead of 12, then ask a customer service to enroll you in a silver plan. Now, some of you may be wondering, why should I go with the silver plan when I can just cancel my subscription and start it every other alternate month? Well, other than the simple waste of time, if you cancel your subscription, then you lose access to all your unused credit, and you also don't get 30% discount on other audiobook. However, with the silver subscription, you get to keep your credits, and who knows, maybe you can even get a book cheaper than $15 every alternate month when you don't have any credits. If you finish your monthly audiobook in just few days, like most of us do, then consider subscribing to Audible Daily Deals, which as the name suggests offer one particular audiobook for a reduced price every day. So far I've got 2 audiobooks which I was looking forward for less than $2 using this daily deal. And the interesting thing is you cannot find these kind of information in the Audible homepage. So far I have tried this with my old account as well and it worked pretty fine. This one is not exactly a tip, but it's still worth pointing out. So if you are an Audible customer, you are entitled to Great Listen Guarantee, meaning if you don't like a book, then you can return it within the span of 1 year from the date of purchase. No question asked. If you have paid for the book using your credit, then you will get the credit back. And if you have paid for it using your credit card, then the money will be reimbursed. And that's how you become the most customer-centric company in the world. However, I suggest not misusing this. Only return the book if you don't really like it. Remember, if you're returning a book, then most probably it's the author who is getting affected and not the company itself. By default, Audible downloads lower or as they say standard version of the audiobook when you buy one. But if you are like me who always carve for high quality voiceover, then simply go to download settings in the Audible app and from there choose high quality under the download folder and you're good to go. Finally, and I found this after a long time. So another good way to save money on Audible is instead of buying your book on Audible using the credit, if you go to the Kindle version of the store from Amazon.com, you can get it for even cheaper. For instance, the audiobook Artemis is priced $17 on Audible. But if you search for the Kindle version of that book on Amazon, you can see that it's priced at $3. And if you add an audiobook on top of that, then it is only going to cost $8 more. In total, it's just $12 for both audiobook and the Kindle version. And on the other hand, you will be paying $17 on Audible for just the audiobook. Obviously, this doesn't work for every book, but if you're buying in bulk, then you can save few bucks with just 3 extra clicks. So these were some of the tips and tricks to save money on Audible. While you won't be a next Bill Gates, for that try Bitcoins, but these savings do add up a lot in long run. Finally, if you find this video helpful and want to support this channel, then go check out our sponsor Audible. I guess they don't need any introduction now. Use the first link in the description to get your first audiobook free and then it's $15 every month, which you can cancel anytime you want. So that's pretty much it. I will see you in the next video and like always, thank you for watching.